I know you.
Say hi to YouTube chat.
What am I doing? Well, obviously I'm here scouting out the place. I've been investigating the area and involved with the event. Of course, I can tell you all the details. We're practically family. I'm Max Middleman, and this.
All right, tell me if it's good enough, chat. If it's
3.3 special program.
Mixing well with my voice.
Let's roll the version 3.3 trailer.
All right, let's do it. Say hi to YouTube. We're getting the new trailer, baby.
A friendly word of advice. Test of Courage events tend to give rise to a variety of strange rumors and stories.
Ooh.
So please, be sure to exercise caution.
Jesus Christ. Jesus.
Were you scared?
A little bit. Dude, that scared me.
Who goes there?
So, is there really a ghost around here?
What is this?
I have a feeling that it's staring right at us.
Are you talking to me?
What?
Jester, I have completed the task you gave me.
From this day forth,
Jester?
Balladeer and Kabuki Mono will cease to exist.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
Oh my god, we're getting more Dottore?
Dottore.
I'm getting chills, dude.
In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Oh, dude!
Squall and Fury.
This trailer is insanely cool. Does he fly? He steps on us? Wait, what? Hatsune Miku!
Dare to mess with me?
Oh, she's a bow? Okay, she kind of looks like a bow.
Too late for regret. Have fun with this gift.
Oh, dude, Faruzan?
Scaramouche.
Wait, what?
The mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
Dude, that was like an anime. Oh my god. There's your first code, chat. There's your first code. We will also be posting these in Discord. Oh my god. Dude, does he fly? Also, Savannah, thank you for the resub. I appreciate you. Welcome in. Does he fly around? And then Faruzan, that was amazing. The Torre, I think his quest is going to be one of the best story quests, like one of the best character story quests. At least I hope so. I don't think it's an Archon quest though, right? Venti who? I mean, we'll see. Maybe she's like a least good Venti. I don't know. That was awesome. That was freaking awesome. The codes are in chat as well. Oh my god. Dude, that was cool. I am one of those people that actually likes Scara's redesign. I like the blue, but maybe I'm biased because blue's my favorite color. That was cool though.
Hey everyone, and welcome to
It's
the
Lumine
Genshin
this
Impact
time.
version 3.3 special program. I'm your host, Sarah Miller-Cruz, the voice of Lumine in Genshin Impact. And today I'm joined by
Max, the one and only Middleman, voice of the one and only Arataki Ito.
I love Max, dude. He's so funny.
Pedraza, voice of the Wanderer. But up until now, travelers have only known me as Scaramouche, and everyone's been battling me in the game lately.
Yeah, that's true. But to be fair, it's a really cool fight.
It's a really cool fight.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway,
It's actually one of the coolest
I'm
fights.
super excited to have the chance to share some upcoming content with everyone. What did you all think about that trailer?
Okay, so I definitely saw Irminsul in there, and I am really excited to find out more about it.
Yeah,
Dude.
that trailer had everything. It had everything. It had action. It had drama. It was lighthearted in places.
Dude, I love his voice actor so much.
Dude, I'm just super stoked for everyone to see Scaramouche's, like, backstory. I'm super excited about it for real.
Dude, Scara's
Well,
voice actor is
speaking of
so good.
that, following the story's development, Scaramouche is still in Nahida's custody. So I bet
Oh,
the
yeah.
question everyone's wanting to know is how he'll become the Wanderer.
Yeah, for sure. And there's quite a story behind that. If you're interested, then be sure to play through the Archon Quest interlude chapter.
Interlude chapter,
Inversion of
dude.
Genesis. There is so much to learn in this quest, so I hope
Oh
everyone
my god,
checks
dude, it's gonna be
it
so
out.
good.
Oh, come on, man. You can't just leave everyone hanging like that. How about
This is
some
so good.
hints? Come on, please. Please.
All right. How can I
Yes.
say no to a cute chibi-ito?
Oh
Here's
man.
a little preview from the
Cricket, you're literally watching a streamer react to it. If you want to go watch it by yourself, go watch it by yourself,
We
buddy.
ran into two people at the academia today talking about an essay.
Is that
Turns out
Ernesto?
their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident. From what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the
Dude, this place is
information we have
gorgeous.
now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination. At least that's what they thought.
Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatarasuna was sabotaged.
Whoa.
Oh,
That's sick, dude. I can't wait to go
Why are
there.
they talking about Tatarasuna?
I guess we'll have to see. It is interesting, though, to see the Traveler, Nahida, and Scaramouche all together so peacefully like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in this interlude chapter, Nahida will task the Traveler and Paimon with keeping an eye on Scaramouche while we go with him into Irminsul in search of some information.
Oh, interesting.
Dude, this
Well,
quest is gonna be
obviously, Nahida
sick.
must have some reason for deciding to keep Scaramouche around.
Oh, yeah, totally. And I'm liking Scaramouche's new style. Ooh, dude's looking sharp.
Heck yeah, always.
Yeah, I like the redesign.
Right. And at this point, he's known by a completely different name, the Wanderer. I love that name.
Okay, so I know I'm not the only one who's curious about what happened. I mean, it looks like he's really changed a lot.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm afraid that's all we can show for now. Travelers will have to experience the story for themselves in-game. I mean, it's better to explore the storyline without too many spoilers, right?
True.
That
yeah,
is
I
true.
guess you're right. Okay, we'll leave the rest for travelers to discover themselves.
I can't wait,
The
bro.
Wanderer is also going to be a new playable character in version 3.3, so let's talk about that. I'm sure many of our viewers are curious about his talents.
Heck yeah.
Let's
sure
get it,
thing.
baby.
Let's have a look
Let me
at
know.
the Wanderer in combat.
Let's see it.
There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence.
The wind
Dude, he like throws things? There's no way.
Bow your head.
And he stomps on you, dude. This is sick. He's legit an anime character, bro.
All right,
He's just an anime
Patrick, you're
character.
up. Help introduce the Wanderer for us.
Sure thing. The Wanderer is a catalyst user and has an
Okay.
animo-vision, so he uses wind blades to perform
That is
ranged
so
normal
cool.
attacks.
Wait a second, wind blades?
Not the same as the Traveler's wind blade, though.
Okay.
So, as everyone probably already noticed, the
He
Wanderer
can fly!
hover in the air when he casts his elemental skill. Upon using his
Must
elemental
pull.
skill,
Instant
he will
pull.
first deal AoE damage before leaping into the air and entering a hovering state.
Oh my
So,
god.
while hovering, the Wanderer's normal and charge attacks will be converted into Kugo, Fushudan, and Kugu Tofukai, respectively. The damage they deal in their AoE will
He
be
can go
increased.
up and down
Their
and
damage will be considered normal and charge attack damage, respectively. Also, Kugu Tofukai will not consume stamina, and he can remain hovering for a certain duration.
That's so awesome.
He can fly.
Oh, I know, right? But he can't stay hovering forever. While hovering, the Wanderer constantly consumes Kuguryoku points to maintain his hovering state,
so
which is the
cool.
blue meter you see on the screen. Even if he doesn't move or attack, hovering will still consume
Dude, he can
Kuguryoku
go
points.
pretty far.
Okay.
So this mechanic works a little differently than our typical stamina meter. There are many possible actions the Wanderer can perform while hovering in the air, which all rely on Kuguryoku points rather than stamina.
How do I get more of these points?
So, for example, sprinting mid-air will consume additional Kuguryoku points
Okay.
to accelerate mid-air. And holding the sprint button will cause persistent point consumption to maintain speed. So this
Oh.
effect will replace his default sprint. Jumping expends extra Kuguryoku points to increase hovering height. Holding jump will cause persistent Kuguryoku point consumption to keep increasing hovering height. Of course, running out of points will end his hovering state.
Right. So it's the second stamina bar for him.
Travelers will need to plan their actions while hovering.
Exactly.
Dude,
So,
that
with
gameplay
his
is sick.
talent, Jade Claim Flower, when casting his elemental skill, if it contacts Hydro, Pyro, Cryo, or Electro, that instance of the skill will receive a corresponding buff effect depending on which element was contacted. So, for example, increasing his Kugaryoku points cap, attack, crit rate, or restoring a set amount of energy upon hitting opponents with a normal or charged attack. The Wanderer can have up to 2 different kinds of these buffs simultaneously.
Ooh.
Oh, look, check that out.
You're
Part of the halo
kidding
behind
me.
him changes color depending on the buffs you get.
Scara is
so travelers will
crazy.
be able to easily understand what effects the Wanderer currently has.
I like that. It's helpful and still looks really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
So
pulling for
after
him.
unlocking another talent, Gales of Reverie,
He looks
when the
so fun to
Wanderer
play.
is in the hovering state, if his normal or charged attack hits an enemy, there is a set chance to gain another buff effect, allowing him to sprint midair without consuming Kugaryoku points.
What?
Additionally, this buff effect will fire wind arrows to attack the enemy.
Ooh.
Oh, dope. I'm sure extra buff effects like that will go a long way
Dude.
for players when they're in combat.
Yeah,
I
for
need
sure.
'em.
And if you've noticed, there is a colorful aura of light around his body to indicate when that buff effect is triggered.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. I love all the detail they put into
Bro,
the Wanderer.
this is so
All right,
cool.
This brings us to the Wanderer's Elemental Burst.
Yeah.
Yay!
Where he just stomps
check this
on you.
out. Upon unleashing his burst, he compresses the atmosphere and stomps it down toward the enemy. So travelers should note that if the Wanderer is in a hovering state when he unleashes his burst, then the hovering state will end and he will begin descending after the burst is completed.
Okay.
Okay, this stomping animation is a little aggressive.
Yeah, but it's cool.
I know, and it actually suits his
Dude.
character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't help but agree.
Wait. Let's not forget about the exploration talent.
Ah, yes.
What does he do?
This is an interesting one. The Wanderer can decrease the mora required when ascending bows and catalysts.
Nice.
Now,
Is that
you
his
never
weapon,
went
dude?
About saving Mora, am I right?
Okay,
Huh?
that's true.
That's a cool weapon.
All right, now that we've seen the Wanderer, let's move on to the next
And it's a
new
crit
character.
damage weapon, chat,
you
so
ready?
I'm probably going to put
I'm
Widsith on mine
ready.
Yay!
if I don't get his weapon.
What did you say? Oh, I'm old now, so every other phrase escapes my ears. Try calling me Madam, Faruzan. And I'll
Madam?
see if I can pick that up.
Dude, I like her character design.
What is it that you would like to learn more about? Different forms of pressure-based puzzle mechanisms? The base layer design of elemental monuments?
Oh, so she's smart.
Wait, did you forget to call me Madam Faruzan just now when you asked your question?
Hatsumiku?
What? There's nothing wrong with being afraid of thunder, even at an older age.
How old is she?
Sounds sassy.
I know.
Yeah, and smart too.
She's
Faruzan.
so awesome.
She's fun.
I wonder what her skirt's made
I know, her design is so cool and really
Why do they all get
detailed.
quiet
I
all of
love
a
it.
sudden, dude?
So, even though she looks super young, she's actually an old person? Like, where's my teeth?
Well, she's not that old.
I
Oh,
don't know,
right.
could've fooled me.
Faruzan's age is
Could've
probably
fooled
still
me.
nothing compared to Scaramouche.
Mm-hmm. But let's call him the Wanderer, Sarah. Please.
Okay, you know who I meant. Actually, now that I think about it, yokai can also live a really long time too.
That's right, yeah, no, and speaking of age, isn't the Traveler's age also kind of mysterious?
Yeah.
That's true. It looks like all of our characters are intriguing. But it's safe to say that Faruzan is way older than most people in Teyvat. Faruzan
Really?
works in the Academia's Haravatat Darshan and has been a hairbod, which roughly means
How
mentor
old? I
for
wanna
over
know.
a century.
So, I bet everyone out there is wondering if she's also some kind of creature blessed with long life, you know? Like Klee?
No, she's actually just your regular, typical human being.
Oh.
Well, maybe
She's
not
older than
typical.
most people in Teyvat,
About
dude.
100 years ago, Faruzan was an undisputed genius, traveling all around Sumeru and solving many puzzles and mysteries. The notes she left behind eventually became the basis of mechanical research for later generations.
Whoa, she sounds pretty amazing.
But
Wow,
later,
100
she
years.
accidentally stumbled into some ruins while trying to solve a puzzle. There, she encountered some strange phenomenon which stopped her from aging, and was trapped there for nearly 100 years.
Woo.
She eventually solved the puzzle and was able to finally return to Sumeru.
Can you imagine being
What?
trapped in a puzzle for 100 years? Wait. So
What a
that's how
backstory,
she's
dude.
Been hairbod for over a century.
Yeah. And even now, she still has the pride of a scholar in her heart and is a very talented person. It's just that after being separated from the world for so long, she's kind of fallen behind the times now.
Oh, hey, I get what you
Yeah,
mean.
I don't know where her vision
She
is, no.
was once
I haven't seen
a
it yet.
researcher in a niche field that has become unpopular after 100 years. So, is she still completely dedicated to her field?
Yep. And she often tries using
okay.
her old age as a means of drumming up support for her ideas. However, I think she'd prefer to be complained about for using her seniority rather than garnering sympathy for her experience of being trapped in the ruins.
Yeah, sounds like she's
Interesting.
quite
That's a cool backstory,
I
though.
know, right? Okay, so now that we've covered her backstory, why don't we take a look at Faruzan's abilities?
Yeah.
in combat?
Let's see him.
Fight.
So she's a bow user, which is cool.
Yet there hasn't been any change to those dumb rules at the academia.
That's stringless on her?
Dare to mess with me?
What does that do? So that sucks people in. What does that ultimate do? Do you see how it like switches from enemy to enemy?
I love all the geometric shapes when she's playing. Did you guys see that?
Yes,
crazy.
there's so much geometry. And I took geometry.
It looks so cool.
Ah, yeah.
So Faruzan is an animo character, and she wields a bow as her weapon.
Okay.
Her normal attacks are the usual bow attacks you'd expect from a bow user, so there's not too much to say about that. But
Okay.
her skills are where things get interesting.
Yeah.
Her elemental skill deploys a polyhedron that deals damage to enemies. After using her skill, her next aimed shot will become a special attack that creates a vortex, pulling nearby objects and opponents in.
Oh, nice.
This
So
is
she
a-
can clump enemies
okay.
together.
And there's also another thing about her special charged attack. It will create a vortex effect at its point of impact. And if the attack hits an enemy or ally member, it'll apply a mark and create a vortex after a short delay.
Okay.
If
So
you don't
it
have
looks
Venti,
like there'll be a
go
lot of
for
potential uses
Faruzan.
for this attack. Travelers will have to experiment with it and see what they come up with.
Yeah, I think it'd be amazing to try hitting teammates with the arrow in co-op mode and have them charge into the enemies to group them all together. I'll have to see who wants to try
That
it.
is actually sick, though.
After unlocking the talent Impetuous Flow, the time required for fully charging Faruzan's next shot will be reduced, and the arrow
Whoa.
will reduce the target enemy's animo resistance. In her elemental burst, she deploys a dazzling polyhedron and releases a whirlwind pulse. Throughout its duration, the dazzling polyhedron will continuously move along a triangular path.
Okay.
Once it reaches each corner of that triangular path, it will unleash one more whirlwind pulse.
Yeah, 1 minute
Got
she's
it.
here, the next she's
That's an interesting
gone.
ultimate ability.
100 years! Bada boom!
No.
I like her skill more, though.
Even Sino's jokes are funnier than that.
It was pretty
All
funny.
right. Anyway, let's hear what effects these whirlwind pulses have.
Yeah.
When the whirlwind pulse hits opponents, it will decrease their animo resistance.
Okay.
It will also apply an animo damage buff effect to all
Yo,
nearby
Shao
party members
players,
when
there you
damaged.
go.
Travelers should note that the effective range of this buff is quite large, and it's not just within the whirlwind pulse itself, so there's no need to go chasing the polyhedron. After unlocking her talent, Lost Wisdom of the Seven Caverns, when a team member uses normal, charged, or plunging attacks, elemental skills, or elemental bursts to deal animo damage to an enemy, the damage will increase based on Faruzan's base attack. This effect can only be triggered once for a certain duration.
That's
of
crazy.
Oh, so it seems she'll be the solid support.
Yeah.
Totally.
So
And as
stack
a
attack on
researcher
her,
of
and
mechanics
she's
and
good
puzzles,
for
Faruzan has taken it upon
Scara
herself to
or
explore many ruins,
Shao?
with her travels taking her all across Sumeru.
Yo.
Her exploration talent reflects this, and she gains more rewards when dispatched on
Yeah,
a
it's like
Sumeru
Goru for Ito,
expedition
yeah.
for 20 hours.
I'm sure no other
Or
mentor
Shenhe for
Avatar
Ayaka.
has 100 years of experience in solving puzzles.
I'm gonna
I
need
gotta
her
say,
too.
It's pretty
Dang it.
hard to beat. So, the big question is, when can travelers expect to get these new characters?
Yeah, Hazel or Kazu too.
That is a good question. Let's talk about the upcoming event wishes.
Let's
In
see
the
'em.
early part of version 3.3, the
There's our
Wanderer
first
and
banner.
Arataki Ito will be available via their own event wishes. Faruzan will also be making her debut in these
Dude,
event wishes.
Ito's punching the air right
in
now.
the later part of version 3.3,
Raiden and Ayato.
wishes for both the Raiden Shogun and Kamisato Ayato. And last but not least, the new 5-star catalyst, Tule Tula's Remembrance, will be appearing in a new weapon event wish.
Oh, those are good
That's not
banners.
all. In version 3.3, 2 brand new
That
artifact
weapon's
series
sick.
will become available. So travelers should be sure to check out the corresponding domain.
Woo!
Okay.
More artifacts!
All right.
So we got more
Travelers
artifacts
will have
now.
fun experimenting and trying new
Animal damage
combinations of
bonus
these.
increases EM.
Yeah.
So an
Okay.
EM and an animal
We've already
damage.
talked about a ton of new content, so why don't we take a quick break with
Those
another
are gorgeous.
redemption code?
Sounds good.
All right,
Roll out
new
the
code.
Woohoo!
I'm sorry, but poor Ito, dude. He's not gonna get anyone wishing for him, I don't think. Oh no, dude. But Raiden Ayato, dude, that's insane. Chat, both of those characters are insane. If I had to pick one, I'd probably pick Raiden. Can we talk about though the Wanderer? Oh my god, he can fly. He can shoot like these blades. I need him. I need him. I am getting him. And if I have to spend money on him, I will do it. I don't know if I'll go for his weapon though, because I can just put Widsith on him probably. But I want him. And I want Faruzan to go alongside him too. Dude. That was awesome. He looks so fun to play. And the funny thing is, Heizo's another animal character that I also think is very fun to play. I think Animal Supremacy at this point, right?
Welcome back to the version 3.3 special program.
All right.
Okay, Patrick, what do we have next?
So next, we'll be covering the upcoming events for the new version.
Okay.
That's right. We've already mentioned the Test of Courage.
Is that a new
event,
sword?
and I'm sure plenty of you were wondering about that, so let's
Ooh.
start there.
Aha! You must be here to participate in the Test of Courage. I can already see a dark aura surrounding the two of you. If you carelessly go running into the event, all it'll take is one little misstep, and the darkness will swallow you up.
Everything's so freaky.
Some strange and unusual things may occur along the way. If you ever feel you can't handle it, you may withdraw from the event at any time. This is your last chance.
Oh my god. Did you see her
Count it down.
face?
3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Test of Courage. Enter at your own risk.
What was...
That was pretty interesting.
Why was it gory in the eye?
Yeah, I mean, it is a test of courage, so I'm sure there'll be some scary stuff going on there.
I ain't scared.
I'm a little scared.
To successfully clear this event, we'll be facing a series of little tests.
Okay.
Ooh, what's this? Tests, you say?
Yes, that's right. Word has it that if you walk around the Test of Courage, you might find yourself encountering a special sort of game. We've already got the rules down, so I'll do a quick introduction.
Okay.
Basically, travelers will have to control a bouncing bar to bounce a ball and use skill ball effects to break as
Pong?
many bricks as possible.
Okay, I'm liking this one.
Wait,
Seems
what?
pretty straightforward.
During the game, travelers will be able to trigger elemental
What is
reactions
this,
to break
dude?
bricks more effectively.
Nice! It even has elemental reactions.
Yeah, we can control the character to move the bar. When the character we're using
That
is either
looks cool.
pyro,
No, I didn't say
hydro, cryo,
pong.
or electro, the corresponding element will be applied to the bar. By switching
That actually looks
characters, you
so
can change
fun.
the element of the bar.
Okay, all the pieces are falling in place now. The bar can infuse a certain element, and the blocks also have their own elements. So causing a skill ball of one element to hit blocks of different elements will trigger elemental reactions. There, how'd I do?
Yep, you
Max, that
nailed
was
it.
so
The
confusing.
bar will add the element corresponding to your character. Besides triggering reactions the way you just mentioned, if a skill ball is already
Elemental
infused by an
pong,
element
dude.
and it hits the bar,
Brick
it will
breaker,
also
yeah.
trigger a reaction, causing the skill ball to have some additional effects.
This looks fun.
When preparing your team, you can equip modifiers to receive various buff effects.
Okay.
Which will help you successfully clear the challenge.
Oh, nice.
Also, when there are less than a certain amount of bricks on the board, and the ball lands another hit, the bar will unleash fireworks.
Whoa, cool.
Yeah.
That's
Travelers
sick.
can utilize this effect to break some bricks that would normally be difficult to hit directly.
It's like a bonus attack.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
So, travelers
This
will need
looks
to select
cool.
characters of the right elements, equip the appropriate modifiers, and use different elemental reactions to break bricks and score more points.
And then travelers will be able to use their points to exchange for rewards in the event shop, correct?
That's right.
As usual,
Also,
yeah.
travelers will have the option of teaming up and playing the event together in co-op mode.
You can play in co-op? Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. In addition to this minigame, the Test of Courage
Oh, hell yeah.
will also contain more challenges. Travelers will even have a chance to meet with some good friends again, so be sure to check out this new event.
That's sick.
All right, let's move on to our next event.
Okay, so next up, we have a race event called Across the Wilderness. Your objective, collecting balloons.
Ooh.
I don't know, seems like the Wanderer's abilities might come in real handy here.
I know, right?
I'm already pulling
So,
for you, okay?
In this event, each stage will have wilderness balloons scattered all
What?
around. Travelers will need to find as many
Oh,
wilderness
God, it's a
balloons as
parkour
possible
event.
within the time limit to earn increasingly better rewards. So during the challenge, travelers will be able to utilize their character's skills and talents. So it'll be important to assemble the right team depending on the traits and terrain of the challenge area.
That's interesting. Maybe the hydrate.
Yeah, so travelers can also use something called the Wilderness Compass to obtain various buffs, which include enhanced jumping capabilities, increased movement speed, or unlimited stamina, etc.
Ooh, cool.
However, you can only claim one buff during each challenge.
Oh, okay.
You must consume
This one
blessed
seems
energies
interesting.
to use the compass and gain the selected buff. You may charge the compass up by finding wilderness balloons or interacting with blessed
I don't
energy in
think
the
Genshin's
challenge.
parkour is
Or
the
you can always
best,
wait for the
so
compass to
we'll see how this
passively
goes.
charge over time.
Yo, this event looks pretty crazy.
I like the
It's
other
almost
one,
like
though.
watching parkour.
Yeah, there are two different kinds of wilderness balloons in these challenges. The first is harvest balloons, which will increase the overall progress of your search for wilderness balloons. The other kind is sonar balloons, which will cause several harvest balloons to appear around you for a set amount of time.
That's awesome.
They literally
there will
made
be
this event so that
5
you pull for
stages available
Scaramouche.
this event,
They were like,
and
yeah, you're gonna want
travelers
to
will
pull
need
for
to consider
the
conditions
Wanderer.
and terrain of each stage to come up with the best way to complete it. Also, travelers may team up in co-op mode for challenges.
Ooh, more chances
I'm glad
to
that we're
play
getting more
together.
co-op
I love
events,
it.
chat.
Yeah,
That's cool.
same. Okay, let's move on to our next event.
Everyone's favorite game of hide and seek is back with the Windtrace event.
Windtrace is
And
coming back!
of course, this is going to be another co-op event, and I
Oh,
for one
shit,
am
dude.
super excited for it.
There's nothing like a good co-op.
Oh my God, Windtrace
many
is
of you
back,
might already
baby.
be familiar with this event by now, but there have
I'm
been a few
excited.
changes. Let me introduce what travelers can expect to see this time around.
They're making
You
changes.
probably
Okay.
skip some of the basics this time. You know, players either hide or
Right.
seek. And then...
Okay, wait a second. There actually might be some new travelers out there who've never seen this event before. So why don't you start with some of the basics?
Right, good point. Okay, let's start at the beginning then. This is a game with a long history in Mondstadt. Travelers will be split into 2 different sides, the Rebels and the Hunter. You will need to use skills and master the art of hiding or chasing down others to win this event.
I'm so
The
happy.
goal of the Hunter is to capture all the Rebels, while the Rebels run or use other means to keep themselves from getting caught by the Hunter.
Bro, I'm
Okay,
so
that's
excited. I love
straightforward
Windtrace.
enough. So what else you got for us?
Well, some travelers may remember playing as the Rebels and getting caught early in the game.
Yeah.
Once that would happen, all you could do was spectate and watch the rest as the others continue playing. But this time around, once you're caught, you'll still be able to participate in the match even in observer mode.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's
Once you're in
nice.
observer mode, you can't be seen by other players and will receive the illusory beacon skill. This skill will allow you to place a random beacon to confuse the hunter. If the
Oh,
beacon successfully
dude.
tricks the hunter and is destroyed, then the hunter will suffer an obscured vision effect.
So you can
even
still
after
help
you've been
them
captured,
after
you
you're
can be
dead.
like a little ghost trying to help your teammates by disrupting
That's
the hunter.
cool.
That's pretty fun. And at least you won't have to sit there and just watch the rest of the match
Yeah.
anymore.
Exactly. But
That's awesome.
what does the Hunter get this time? I mean, we gotta keep it fair.
Some new Windward arts have been added for both the Hunter and the Rebels.
Okay.
The Hunter will now be able to use the Hunter's Net. This net can be thrown and will remove any Rebel disguises within its range, and will notify the Hunter that a Rebel was detected. If a beacon is caught in the net, it'll be destroyed, and the Hunter will not suffer from obscured vision.
Nice. So
That seems a
I
little
guess if you love
OP.
playing Hunter, you'll probably love this.
Oh yeah, you definitely should. The skill rebels used in previous versions of the game to place beacons.
Dude, there's gonna be
can
so
now
much
only be
trolling.
used by players in observer mode. However, the rebels will be able to use an all-new concealing beacon skill.
Okay.
This skill will allow you to deploy a beacon for a set duration and remain invisible while you're around that beacon. All players, including your rebel teammates, will be unable to see you while you're invisible. If the concealing beacon is destroyed by the hunter, then the hunter will have their vision obscured for a short time. Sounds pretty fun, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
even if
like
you
these
end up being
changes,
captured
dude.
by the hunter at the start of the game, you'll still be able to participate and assist your teammates. And did I mention Primo Gems and other rewards?
Dude,
The good
that's
stuff.
awesome.
So be sure to check it out.
Oh, that's awesome. Seriously, I can't wait to play with
Those
friends.
are really good changes.
Okay, our next event is a combat-based event.
Time for some combat!
Okay.
Whoop, whoop.
In a forbidden place warded by
Windtrace
dust and
is the
sand,
best event, yeah.
mysterious foes have assembled lines of fortifications to stop your coming.
Ooh.
That's right, a new edition of Misty Dungeon will arrive in version 3.3.
Okay.
Stoked. Sweet. But this time around, there will be a total of 7 trials with different themes awaiting you in the Misty Dungeon. Each has a different leyline disorder, and travelers will have to adjust their teams according to the disorder's effects and the distribution of enemies. There will also be trial characters for you to select from as well. After
Okay.
entering the domain, travelers will need to go and complete 3 challenges to collect ancient runes. After collecting
gonna forget
power
all
from
of
3
this.
ancient runes, we can power up the control array and proceed to the final challenge. Also, throughout the trial, additional benediction mechanisms and challenges will appear. Travelers may choose to
Okay.
interact with these to increase the leyline disorder's effects or revive and heal your team.
You know, if it
Chat,
were up to
we're
me, I'd
getting
say just
closer
go
and
for all the
closer to
challenges.
full-on dungeons in
I
Genshin.
know,
I'm
but
telling you right
travelers
now.
should keep in mind that the challenge objective for each trial might be different, so be sure to check the objective and aim for that while proceeding.
Okay, that's cool.
In terms of rewards, travelers can look forward to winning Primo Gems and other various prizes. Yes.
Ooh,
That
I
looks
like
fun.
prizes.
I'm down for
And
that.
last but not least, version 3.3 will also have leyline overflow events. Travelers can look forward to saving their resin and earning
Oh,
more
thank
and more
God.
experience books.
Nice, that's awesome. That'll be great for all the travelers out there still leveling up all their new characters. And
Give
even
us
if you
more
don't
resin.
need those resources now, it's always good to stock up and have more on hand. Am I right?
Yeah. So, travelers looking to upgrade their characters won't want to miss this.
Yeah, I mean, this is all good stuff.
In addition to the new version's limited time events, version 3.3 will also be adding a new permanent game mode called Genius Invocation TCG.
I'm ready.
Invokation TCG!
But before we get into that, let's take another quick break and
Okay.
enjoy a redemption code.
Okay, those events
Slap that
look
code on the screen.
freaking good, man. There's our I think our last code. Those events look really fun. I'm so freaking happy that Windtrace is coming back because it's one of my favorites and I like the new changes. What do you guys think so far, chat? Let me know in chat. I like those changes and I'm really excited to see what they talk about next with the TCG. I'm very excited. I have been waiting for this card game, dude. I honestly love them. Yeah, dude. I think these new events, so far, I think this update is solid. Scara looks amazing. The new Interlude Archon quest looks awesome. The events look really fun. The banners are good. Now we're gonna get a new card game, which is it's a solid update, I think. I'm very excited. Oh man, show it off. Come on, show me these cards, baby. How are we gonna get them? What are the rewards? How's the gameplay? I want to know.
Welcome back, everyone. During our journey into VAT, we've stumbled across several NPCs talking about a game called Genius Invocation TCG. So next, we'll introduce this card game that's been taking to VAT by storm. In the version 3.1 special program, we already revealed that Genius Invocation TCG will be a card game where we can challenge various characters and NPCs or battle against your friends. But there is actually a legend behind this game. It is said that a young guy in Sumeru found an ancient casket of tomes in the attic. He opened it and discovered that the soul of an ancient TCG player called the Crocodile King had been captured inside.
The Crocodile King?
What a name.
It turns out that the Crocodile King was King Deshret's viceroy, who battled an opponent named the Ibis King. During the
Is this
match,
Yu-Gi-Oh
the Crocodile
story?
King fell prey to his opponent's scheme.
No
and
way.
was sealed away in the Casket of Tomes.
Ouch, game over.
After being unexpectedly released by the kid, the Crocodile King possesses him and helps him to gradually climb the ranks to becoming a legendary TCG player.
Nice.
Is this just
Hang on, is it just
Yu-Gi-Oh?
me, or does that kind of sound like the plot to a light novel or something?
You're right. It turns out that Yai Publishing House is about to release a hit light novel series based on Genius Invocation TCG.
Of course.
Okay, now this is starting to sound like a plug for Yai Publishing House.
Dude,
Maybe.
Genshin just ripped off
Anyway,
Yu-Gi-Oh! It's so
that's
funny.
the legend on how Genius Invocation TCG came to be, though it's probably just a story they came up with for marketing the game.
So while you were telling us about the story, I was over here researching the rules to the game. Basically, Genius Invocation TCG is a game where you use a constructed deck of cards to duel against an opponent. The
Yeah.
objective is to defeat all of your opponent's character cards.
That's right.
Also, there are many features and mechanics in the game that resonate with Genshin Impact's gameplay, so it
It
shouldn't
looks
be
good.
too hard for players to get the hang of.
Right, I even saw some elemental reactions in the gameplay.
Yup, a constructed deck must contain character cards. And as you might expect, these character cards have a normal attack, an elemental skill, and an elemental burst. So when a character card deals elemental damage to an enemy, it will cause them to be affected by that element. Then, you can switch to a character card of a different element and use their abilities to trigger an elemental reaction.
Wait, did you guys notice that there are even monster character cards?
I'm
Can we even
gonna
make a deck
play the
with
hell out of this.
just the monsters from the game?
You're really getting into this, Max.
Look at the animations.
I am. I like card games.
Who doesn't?
Oh my god.
So in Genius Invocation TCG, all actions require you to spend elemental dice. Each round, both you and your opponent will roll 8 elemental dice.
Okay.
Each of these elemental dice can have any one of 8 elemental attributes.
Hold on, but there's only 7 elements in the world of Teyvat.
You're right. So in addition to the 7 standard elements, there's also one called the Omni element. The elemental dice required for a character card to perform an action correspond to the character's element. So for example, a Pyro character like Diluc needs either Pyro or Omni elemental dice to perform an action. Clear now?
Okay.
Yep, crystal clear.
Also, elemental dice can be used to switch characters or play a variety of other cards, such as equipment cards, event cards, and support cards. All these cards create the potential for a variety
Omni
of
lore.
strategies.
Right. While
Are
playing
we getting a
Genius
new
Invocation
element?
TCG, travelers can earn player experience, which will increase your player level. As your level increases, you'll be able to challenge more characters and NPCs.
Okay.
By completing challenges, you may earn lucky coins, new cards, or other rewards.
Primos?
Lucky coins can be exchanged in the event shop for cards, or can even unlock dynamic skins for certain cards.
Dynamic skins? Those are cards that have moving illustrations, right?
Oh my
That's
god.
right. All character cards can unlock a dynamic skin. After unlocking that, there'll even be a cool bonus animation whenever you cast that character's elemental burst.
No shot.
And if you're confident in your TCG skills, you can also invite a friend to duel. After reaching a high enough player level, you'll even unlock a matchmaking mode.
Wait.
So be sure to give it a try.
Is that the
Travelers
cat
should
bar
note that
in
playing
Mondstadt?
against
Can we
your
go
friends
inside
or
of it
other
now?
Travelers won't count towards any leaderboards or provide any rewards. So you can relax.
It is?
It's all just for fun.
We can go inside
Okay,
it now.
that's everything we have for Genius Invocation TCG.
Oh my
and
god.
That brings us to the end of today's special program.
Oh.
So, what did you think?
Why is it have
I
to be
loved
over?
it, dude.
There's so much that this version has to offer.
Yeah, I can't even take it all in right now. I'm just
This is gonna be
super
awesome.
stoked to be
This is gonna be
part
awesome.
of this. I think I just gained some Kuguryoku points just doing this whole thing, so.
Man, the new characters look cool.
I know, what about Scaramouche hovering? Like, that's insane.
know,
Dude,
that's
I'm
awesome.
so excited.
Dope.
That's awesome. And I cannot wait to play in some of these events and mini games. I'm super excited.
Just give me the card game and Scara.
This was so fun. I'm really glad that we got to do the special program together.
I'm so happy I got to come back for another special program. This is my 3rd time being on one of these, and I
I love
can't
Max
wait
so
for
much,
the
dude.
count.
Oh, I'm so happy. This is my first
Blue Buff,
one,
yes,
so
I am.
thank you for
I am.
having me.
Doesn't it feel good?
Yes.
Doesn't it
I
feel good to
honored
feel
be here.
special?
Seriously, I'm
Do
just
you
like-
feel special?
I really do. Thank you.
What'd you guys think?
Well, I think this is the end of our special program. So I hope everyone enjoyed it, and we'll see you in game. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye, everybody.
That was the
Bye,
update, chat. What did you guys think? What did you guys think? I think that's a solid update, dude. A solid update. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I want that card game. Scara looks amazing. Oh my god. Oh my god.